bless you, and thank you for joining us. I'm Minister Billy Burton, and welcome to Sunday School Insights. This audio teaching series is an evangelistic tool brought to you by Inspirational Minutes Ministries International, Advocatus Ecclesiae Publishing, and Ministry Outpost. We hope and pray that these lessons will reach those who, for whatever the reason, either can't or won't come to a Bible study, a Sunday school class, or a traditional church service. Subscribe to our channel here on YouTube and then follow us on Facebook, where you can read your Bible lessons faithfully each week. Our Facebook link is conveniently posted below. Our background music, Worlds Away, is provided by the artistic genius of J Man at www.ourmusicbox.com. Again, we thank you for joining us, and Sunday School Insights begins now. Today's lesson is entitled, Wise Men Worship Christ. Our scriptures are found in the book of Matthew, chapter 2, verses 1 through 12. At the time of Jesus' birth, not everyone knew that he was entering this earth, for it wasn't publicized among all people of all nations and beliefs. We can also say that it was not a joyous occasion for everybody. His birth would challenge and threaten the positions of kings and religious leaders already in power, and destabilize existing doctrines and systems that kept common people in check while making a substantial profit, all at the same time. Even though Herod was not Jewish, he considered himself to be the king of the Jews. So news of Jesus' birth as the foretold coming of the King of the Jews did not sit well with him. Roughly 18 months had passed since the wise men from the east of Jerusalem saw the sign in the sky, as they practiced astrology that told them the direction to travel if they wanted to see and worship this newborn king. Genesis 1 and 14 gives us foresight that the stars and planets would be used for signs and times and days. And this was the day and age when the planets would align as a sign that it was time for the King of Kings to be born. The wise men knew that when you come before a king, you should always bring a sacrifice, meaning something of value as a gift to honor and to show respect to the king. One of the main things that we should give as a valuable gift to Jesus today is our own bodies as a living sacrifice, presenting it holy, separated from sin, and everything that you know is wrong. This is acceptable, and it is our reasonable service toward him, meaning fair, sensible, logical, and even rational. King Herod wasn't aware of this prophecy that a king was born, so when he found out, he immediately began plotting a scheme to eliminate what he saw as a threat. About a year and a half after the star first appeared, the wise men showed up in town, and as they inquired as to the whereabouts of the newborn king, who by this time would have been a young child and not a newborn baby in a manger, they were escorted to Herod. He acted excited about the news and confessed that he didn't know where the child was, but requested that the wise men come back and tell him when they found out. He asked when the star first appeared, so that he could calculate how old the child should now be, to narrow his search in an attempt to kill the child. God later spoke to these non-Jewish, non-Christian wise men and led their hearts not to reveal Jesus' location to Herod. They did find Jesus, but when they left to go home, they decided to take another path away from the direction of King Herod. Please share our lessons and leave us a comment. And tell us what you've learned from this week's insights. We ask that you follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Come back and join us here again next week, God willing, for another lesson of Sunday School Insights. Our background music, You On My Mind, was composed and performed by J Man at www.ourmusicbox.com. God bless you.